You over there!
You back there!
You back there! All of you two! Yes, what is going on out there? Yes, YouTube! It's PG, the Piano Guy. Welcome to another episode of Sneaker Struggles, and I am in the sneaker room. Hey, the year was 1986, and I want to introduce you to a player that literally revolutionized the center position, and he was like a precursor to many of the centers that you see today. Now, we all know that there is a distinct difference between the old school basketball from the 80s and even the early to mid 90s up until this present time. Small ball, you got pick and pop, you got a lot of centers or guys like Draymond Green from the Warriors that will play a center position, and as well he'll also lead a fast break and bring the ball up the court like in a guard position. And we know that the difference then and now is significant, because even back then the game was a lot more physical, and now the game is a lot more perimeter shooting, especially three-point shooting. Steph Curry has revolutionized the game himself. But 1986, the Houston Rockets met up with the Boston Celtics. The 1986 Boston Celtics was arguably considered one of the most the best teams that ever was assembled in the NBA. On that team, they had 5 Hall of Famers: Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, the Chief, Robert Parrish, Dennis Johnson, and they had Bill Walton on that team. 5 Hall of Famers. Well, they met the Houston Rockets in the NBA Finals, but in order for the Houston Rockets to get to the NBA Finals to play against the Boston Celtics, they had to make their way through the Western Conference Finals through the Los Angeles Lakers, who was stacked themselves with Magic Johnson, James Worthy, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Well, the Houston Rockets met them. Lakers won the first game that year in the Western Conference Finals, but the Houston Rockets won the next 4 games, and they bumped the Lakers from the 86 Finals.
That perhaps Kareem will match up one-on-one with Olajuwon. That'll be interesting, and we'll see if it happens. Meanwhile, the Lakers win the tip. They go right to Kareem. 10 minutes to go in the first period. The Lakers by 3. Here's Sampson inside against Kareem, and a tremendous move for Ralph. Gray to Wiggins. Cooper in front of him. Gray out to Sampson. And he's fouled. The shot. And the Rockets can tie it up. They have several chances to do it, and have not been able to. Sampson does it. And the Rockets have created the first tie since the game was all knotted up at 4. And they will inbound. 1 second on the clock. Sampson. Off balance has given the Houston Rockets the Western Conference Championship and a trip to Boston for the NBA World Title. And an improbable finish to the Lakers' reign.
On that team was a player that revolutionized not just the center position, but how that position would be played in the future. And he was a precursor to a lot of the centers that we see nowadays, shooting perimeter shots, shooting three-pointers, and playing more of a game that's not based on playing on the block and playing a post-up game. And that guy was the 1984 Rookie of the Year. He was also a 3 consecutive year Naismith NCAA Player of the Year. And I already told you, he was the Rookie of the Year in 84. He was drafted in 1983, and he averaged 21 points per game as a rookie and 11.1 rebounds per game as a rookie. His name is the iconic Ralph Sampson.
Playing with him, I know how great of a player he could have been. The only way you can look at it the first 3 years of his career will have determined if he may continue that pace that he was going, which is dominating the league.
Sampson in a double finds a way out, slams it through to Sampson. Sampson. Walt. And Sampson blocks it out of bounds.
And to see a big man running the floor up and down, 7'4". Every opportunity during the game, he loves to bring the ball down coast to coast. And any opportunity can go all the way to dunk the ball. He looks so graceful. Creative, pull up, a 15-foot jumper. That's his game, really. That's what he loves to do.
Sampson, the rebound. He likes to bring it up.
Small forward back then is about 6'6", 6'7". He can shoot over them all day.
He has got all the skills, Sampson, of a small forward, a quick forward, and we may even see him play guard today.
In 1986, he was in his third year in the league, and in 1986, Hakeem Olajuwon joined that team as a rookie. No, not in 1986. In 1986, Hakeem Olajuwon was in his second year in the league. He was drafted in 1984, number 1 overall in front of Sam Bowie and Michael Jordan. Hakeem Olajuwon was on that 1986 Houston Rockets team. Together, they took the Boston Celtics to 6 games before they were finally beat by the Boston Celtics 4-2. And I just wanted to introduce to you the sneakers from Ralph Sampson and from Hakeem Olajuwon. This colorway right here is from Hakeem Olajuwon. The 1984 was when this shoe was released. The Etonic, this was the home colorway, the away colorway. And Ralph Sampson wore the Puma. Both of these sneakers, man, in my opinion, are super dope. Man, and I'm telling you youngsters, if you don't know about Ralph Sampson, the Hall of Famer, he had an amazing college career. He is one of the only 2 players that have ever won consecutive NCAA Naismith Player of the Year awards, and that would be Ralph Sampson in 81, 82, 83, and there was Bill Walton. He won it 3 consecutive times, and I don't know the years. This shoe, man, is I believe it is like a synthetic. It feels like real leather, but certain parts of the shoe I believe has some synthetic leather on it. Like right here, you can see the quarter panel of the shoe. But this shoe is dope, man. The materials on it is really good. The quality of the materials is really good. It's a classic sneaker. I don't know if you can see the tongue on it, Puma. But I picked these up right from Puma. Yes, I did. Straight from Puma. Just a dope colorway, man. I don't know which one I like the best. The color blocking is just amazing, man. See that Puma in gold right there? Puma in gold, and Ralph Sampson's signature autograph in gold. The logo on the back, Puma. Very dope sneakers, man. Like I say, he was in his third year in the league in 1986, and then they drafted Olajuwon in 84, and he was in his second year in the league. And they had an amazing team. I mean, think about it. 5 Hall of Famers on the Boston Celtics team, and these guys called the Twin Towers took them to 6 games, and then they basically swept the Los Angeles Lakers that year. Lakers won the first game, but then after that, it was a wrap. Ralph Sampson iconic shot in game number 5 that won the game. Just amazing, man. Look at that. The Etonic. Just a classic, iconic sneaker. The materials are pretty decent on this shoe as well. You know, when you first get them, they feel a little stiff. But after a while, the Hakeem Olajuwon signature name on the tongue right there. after a while, when you wear them, I've worn these once. They do break in a little bit. They start feeling a little softer. But man, when this shoe, I actually was looking for this shoe before it was actually released. And I was wondering, where was the Hakeem Olajuwon shoe? And then finally, they released it, man. They brought this girl back, man. And I went out and got it. Day one, the day that it released, I went out and bought it. I think it was $120. And I know a lot of people waited till it went on sale. And a lot of people passed because they don't really feel, you know, it's not a Nike. It don't have the swoosh on it. It don't have the 3 stripes on it. It's Etonic, right? So a lot of people passed on this shoe, but right now this shoe, man, is highly coveted, and there are people that wish they hadn't passed on it. But I'm not one of them because I have it. The Etonic Hakeem, the Dream Olajuwon. So I want to show you these shoes and give you a little historical perspective and really tell you how good that team was. That team, if Ralph Sampson hadn't got hurt, he actually got hurt, I believe, in the finals playing against the Celtics. There was a play where he was slammed. Basically, he was blocked, or they tried to block his shot. He was slammed to the ground. He fell on his back and hurt himself. I think they had to take him out the game on a stretcher. But man, you can't get any better than this, man, when you're talking about history. And some people don't realize that Ralph Sampson was like a precursor to Joel Embiid and some of the guys that you see playing the center position today. He could shoot the ball. He had a really nice touch to it. He wasn't a great free throw shooter, which is really kind of rare because he did have a nice touch when he was shooting the jumper. But yeah, hey, thanks for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Just a little perspective, a little bit of video footage that I showed you. But if you did enjoy this video, make sure you press that thumbs up like button. Also press that subscribe button for your boy PG, the piano guy. Keep watching Sneaker Struggles. If you're enjoying the content that I'm bringing you, press both of those buttons, man. Press that thumbs up like button and press that subscribe button. Make sure that you're following me on Instagram at @the_piano guy and on Twitter at Sneaker Struggles at JMO Hollywood. And once again, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you coming through. Till next time.